Captain by a hook with a red beard. Captain by a hook with a red beard.
Yes, sir. Fat Tuesday edition. Happy Mardi Gras to the world. Even though I know about 90% of y'all don't know what the hell Mardi Gras is, I ain't gonna be the one to explain it to you. This is a sports show, however, we'll be celebrating Mardi Gras all morning. Matter of fact, I'm late to get to the city already. But the show is first on my list of priorities. So I'll have to catch Zulu downtown instead of uptown. Anyway, it is February 21st. Woo-wee! 1 week away from Mighty March, which means about 3 más weeks until the madness ensues. Today, I will give you my top 10 college basketball rankings according to this guy. We'll also break down some more small schools on this bracket breakdown. I have about 6 schools up here for you guys. Bunch of small, no-name schools. Thursday, we will jump back into the big conferences. Thursday will be the ACC. Next Tuesday will be Big 12. Next Thursday, we'll wrap this whole bracket breakdown thing up with the Big 10. During Conference Championship Week, we will focus pretty much on Conference Championship Week. However, as teams win conference championships, automatic bids, I will definitely break those teams down if I have not already. And even if I did, I'll probably touch on them just to recap. Some of these teams I did 3-4 weeks ago, just to see what has changed in these breakdowns. Again, happy Mardi Gras to the world, man. This is just what I caught last night at Muses in Orpheus. I don't even know it's called Muses no more. I know it was Orpheus was the second one. Don't really pay attention to names. Been going to parades all weekend. Act and a darn donkey. My brother flew in Saturday. I picked him up from the airport and we went straight to the city. Caught Endymion right on time. Literally walked up for the first float. Let's diggity dive into some sports talk. You're listening to Captain by a Hook with the red beard, Rowan Donaghy, aka Rowan Dives, going live on this Mardi Gras morning. Top 10. I'll jump into that really quick. There's really no surprises here besides maybe number 1, 2. After that, if you got a problem with any of these teams, you're not watching. Give me Alabama, man. The best team in the country, number 1 team in the country. I'm going to need more than their first SEC loss to literally the best defense in the world to deter me from the Alabama Crimson Tide as being the number 1 team in the country. I'd have Tennessee a lot higher for the win if they didn't backdoor that win with a loss, horrible loss to the Kentucky Wildcats for the second time this season. At number 2, I wanted to go Houston. I really did. But looking at the way Kansas has played the last 4 or 5 games, looking at the Kansas' schedule, looking at, I don't know, Kansas over a 4-day period has turned themselves back into, in my opinion, the best team in the country. I think they should have been number 1. But I'll put them at number 2, Kansas Jayhawks. This is one of Bill Self's best coaching jobs. Even last night, they won a close one. I think this team is poised to go back-to-back. If you would have asked me last week, I would have said about 5 other teams besides Kansas. If you watched Friday's show, when JCP did ask me, I said about 5 teams besides Kansas. I said Bama, I said UCLA, I said Virginia, I said Baylor, Kansas, man. Kansas. They are one of the best. They are literally the best team in the country. Honestly, I should have had them at number one. The last 4 or 5 games, like I said, solidified that. The bounce back that they did after having not really even rough. They just I don't even know. They didn't look dominant, but now that just you can't deny it. Kansas and the schedule they played. Number three, I will go Houston. Them H Town boys. Even though I feel like the schedule kind of hurts them the later we get into the season, if that makes any sense. I'm pretty sure they're gonna get it, but I had them over 14 conference wins on the season. Just see where they at real quick on that. 13-1, baby. Got about what? 3-4 games left. So hopefully they do a darn thing and give me 2 more wins. That'll be beautiful. I'll probably do that sometime next week. All the futures I give out on November 7th, just give y'all updates and standings and kind of just brag about how well I called this season from the first day of this season. It's been one of the best college basketball years. Not by a long shot, but it's been a great year. This is the first year I really went hard on futures. So to go that hard on futures and actually call majority of them right, and by majority, I gave out like 34 and I hit about 20, so maybe 15. I don't know. Long shot futures though, plus 700, plus 1,000, plus 2,000. It's getting gravy, baby. It's gonna be a good madness. Where we at? Bama, Kansas, Houston. Give me UCLA, the mighty Bruins at number 4, and then give me Virginia, my favorite team in the ACC this season. Syracuse Orangemen, is, of course, my favorite team in all of college basketball. But I took Virginia as one of those futures. I took plus 700 to win the ACC, hoping they can hold on to that top spot for the next 2 weeks. Then give me Lord have mercy. Then give me Arizona at number 6. Give me Arizona. And then number 7, I know a lot of people don't like this. Give me Tennessee, man. They just beat the number 1 team in the country last week. They have the number 1 defense in the nation. If they can get offense, like against Alabama, their offense was clicking. They come out, they hit 3 or 5. They get ahead early. They get in the rhythm. They get in the momentum. But against Kentucky, I think they were 1-16 the first like 12 minutes into the game. Maybe the first 8 minutes. I don't know. Tennessee, they need to get more consistent on the offensive end. Right behind them at number 8, give me Baylor as one of the most cohesive teams in the country. Baylor. And then everybody's favorite, the Boilermakers of Purdue. Give me Purdue at number 9, and I'm around this top 10 off with a Longhorn team in Texas. Give me Texas at number 10, even though I think the numbers tonight on the Texas game is stretched a little big. Iowa State plus 7.5. I don't know, but I will get to my bets later on. I honestly am on the fence on every bet. I haven't written anything down, haven't taken anything, but there are 5 bets in my bet slip. I will probably take maybe all of them as I talk about them on the show to end the show. As of now, on Captain by a Hook with the red beard, we will break down some of these smaller schools. I didn't want to do all the big conferences and then get to the last week before conference tournament and talk about Colgate and Yale and Southern Mississippi, teams like that. So I'm going to do it today. Starting off, I'm going to start off with Utah Valley. I know people are like, huh? Utah Valley? Right now they are projected to be a 13 seed in the South Division of the bracket. Utah Valley is projected right now to be a 13 seed taking on Miami. Let's break down Utah Valley real quick. They have a. I like slow pace teams, man, in the tournament. Teams that collect themselves. Their pace is 208th in the nation. Their offensive efficiency is 159th in the nation, averaging 1.05 points per possession. On defense, they average they're 22nd in the nation in defense, though, which I love this team. They have remnants of Tennessee written all over them just from looking at the stats. They are fourth in the nation in guarding the 2 point line, 56th in the nation in guarding beyond the 3 point line. Um, where they at? Seventh in opponents' effective field goal percentage, 21-6 overall on the season, 12-2 in conference play. However, if you break down quads, anytime you look at these small schools and you look at quads, you're not going to be happy about it. I'll just say that. They are 21-6, but since December started, they only have 2 losses. Somehow they have 4 losses in November. As soon as December turned, they went from 2-4 to 21-6. I'm sorry. Sometimes this thing be tripping. I don't know. The bottom record says 18-6. The top one says 21-6. I don't know what to believe anymore. Quadrant one, they are 1-2. Quadrant two, they are 3-2, which is a good sign. 13-2 in quadrants 3 and 4 combined. Utah Valley, they have 4 players that get into double digits. 3 of them around 13 to 14 points a game. One of them around 11 to 12. They also have another solid 5 guys that get to at least 4 to 6 points per game for them. They are a strong rebounding team from these numbers, it looks like. Excuse me. Excuse me. Looks like they're a small guard heavy school. Looks like their big man's 6'9", 2 6'9s, and a bunch of 6'4s. So they got a little size on the wing. I mean, like I said, they're 22nd in the nation as far as defensive efficiency. If they could hit some jumpers, which they are 276 in the country at 31% shooting from beyond the arc, I think they can do some damage in this tournament, man. Utah Valley. Like I said, projected to be a 13th seed in the tournament. Moving on to Southern Mississippi. Some of these teams I've never even heard of. No, I'm playing. This team is actually a lot better than you think. Top 65 in offense and top 35 in defense. They are 24-5 overall on the season. I only have 2 games left. 13-3 in conference play, 1-0 in quad 1, 1-4 in quad 2. However, they are 19-1 quadrant 3 and 4. Let's get into the numbers. Their pace 197th in the nation. Offensive efficiency averaging 1.09 points per possession at 64th in the country. Defensive efficiency is 35th in the country. They guard inside the 3 point line very well at 40th in the country. They turn teams over at a rate of 99th in the nation. And they guard the 3 point line 89th in the nation. Inside the 3 point line, shooting twos on offense, they are 67th in the nation. 88th in the nation at offensive rebounds, and 87th in the nation at not turning the ball over. This is a slow-paced, smart team that's going to pressure you, lock you up, turn you over. They are out of the Sun Belt, which if you know anything about the Sun Belt, they have a reputation that upholds them. They have 1 cat averaging 16, 2 cats averaging 14, 15, 1 cat averaging 9, and then a few others averaging 6 to 8 point range. I love teams that can spread it out. Not every player has to. It's not all relying on one player, is what I really mean. Every player gets involved in this game. Um, this team, man, they went on a nice stretch. They went from 11-4 to 20-4, and then before losing again to South Alabama in a blowout loss. Actually, I don't know what happened there. Lost by 31 to South Alabama. However, they are 13-3 conference record. Southern Mississippi right now is projected to be a 13 seed as well. They would take on Kansas State if it started Thursday, the tournament. It's nice to get these small schools out of here. Hofstra. Hofstra, Mike. I can't believe you haven't broken down Hofstra yet. Yeah, right. Hofstra, 22-8 on the season, 1-2 quad 1, 4-0 quad 2, 4-4 quad 3, and 12-2 quadrant 4, 15-2 in conference play. They had a horrible December. They literally went 1, 2, 3. They literally went 1-4 in the month of December. However, that was to teams like Purdue, UMass, South Florida. Since then, they have turned it up. One more game left on the season. See, this is what I love about college hoops. All these smaller conferences, smaller schools are going to get into their conference tournaments about a week before the big conferences get down and dirty. They have one more game. It looks like Saturday or Friday against Northeastern. Look at this real quick. They have one cat dropping 20 a game, another cat dropping 16 a game, and then you got 10.3, 8.3, 6.2, 5.1, 5.5, 2, 3, 4s. Again, these small schools, man, I love the intelligent basketball. These are at a quicker pace. They're 77th in the nation as far as pace goes. They share the ball. Everybody gets involved. They got one guy who, when they need a bucket, they can get them a bucket. This Hofstra team might be dangerous for that reason and that reason only. Let me see where this team is projected to hit the bracket, to hit the tournament. Hofstra is what we're looking for right now. All right. Don't see them, even though I wouldn't have looked them up. Party wants to just give up, keep talking, but I can't stop and I won't stop. It's Rockefeller Records. They are also scheduled to be a 13 seed. Talking about a lot of 13 seeds today. They would play UConn if the tournament ended today. With UConn, I don't know, man. I love UConn. I think they're the most talented team in the tournament. I also think they're the youngest and dumbest team in the tournament. Not as far as playing the game. Very high IQ basketball players. I'm just talking about, I can see them coming into this tournament and overlooking a team like Hofstra, thinking we'll blow these cats out the water. Look at the talent on this floor. So I definitely could see Hofstra sneaking up and somehow going up 10 on a team like UConn in the first half. Don't know if they'll hold it in the second half. But like I said, they do have one guy, Aaron Estrada, who it looks like when they need a bucket, he gives them a bucket, averaging 21 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. This guy seems like a baller. If everybody around him can get it. Like I said, they're 77th in the nation as far as pace, 85th in the nation as far as offensive efficiency, and 74th in the nation as far as defensive efficiency. They are 21st in effective field goal percentage and 35th in opponents' effective field goal percentage. 68th in the nation at protecting the basketball. 30th. I don't care about that stat. 19th in the nation at 2-point field goal percentage. 65th in the nation at 3-point field goal percentage. They're shooting it about 37% from the 3-point line. They also hold opponents to under 32% from the 3-point line, 45th in the nation, and 47th in the nation in guarding inside of the arc. This team is, man, they can give anybody fits. The more I look at these numbers, the more I like Hofstra as a first round upset. Um, Again, I would probably take the +8, +12, whatever plus points you get on them. But I think Hofstra can scare a team to where 80% of the game they're up 5 to 10, and then all of a sudden, with 8 minutes left, they just their shots stop dropping and they lose the game by 3 or 4 in a heartbreaking fashion. I can see the Hofstra doing that, and then nobody's gonna remember them because they didn't do nothing. But I think they're gonna put up a mighty, mighty fight in the first round. If I was anybody, I would star this team, Hofstra, and look to ride them in the first round. As long as they got 3 players. If 2 of them step up and they bring this 74th ranked defense into the tournament, anything, and I do mean anything, can happen. Moving over to the Ivy League, actually, I wasn't gonna break down the whole Ivy League. Yale seems to be their only representative right now. Of course, that can obviously change. Um, I honestly don't even know if Yale doesn't win the conference tournament. I don't know if they make it to the tournament. I don't think 2 teams out of the Ivy League. But I'm gonna talk about Yale today. If I have to talk about another team later down the road, I definitely will. 2 more games left for this team, Yale. Let's check out what they rocking with. Share the ball, man. They got 5 players averaging double figures. That seems to be a theme with these teams this morning. 18-7 overall record, 8-4 in Ivy League. 0-2 against Quad 1. It looks like that was against Colorado. It's a weird Quadrant 1 game. In Kentucky. So not only is it 0-2 in Quad 1, it's 0-2 to 2 borderline Quadrant 1 teams. But these stats, they make you believe. They really, really do. 31st in offensive efficiency in the nation, 14th in defensive efficiency in the nation, 73rd in pace. Everything, all these numbers are top. Defensive rebounding, they're 11th in the nation. They don't turn the ball over, 31st in the nation in protecting the ball, 77th in effective field goal percentage, 76th in 2-point field shooting percentage, 22nd in guarding inside of the arc. Like I said, 14th in defense. This team, anytime you're top 15 in defense, you got a chance to do some damage in the tournament. I believe they're a 13 seed as well. They would take on Iowa State. I would have Yale live to win it, honestly. I think they'll be a +6. I definitely think they'll be around +6 if they took on Iowa State this weekend. I remember taking Yale +5 against LSU one year. And LSU won by 4. Geeked up, I will say that. So those are the 4 13 seeds in the tournament, actually, that I just broke down. Utah Valley, Southern Mississippi, Hofstra, and Yale. I have 2 more teams I will talk about. You're listening to Captain by a Hook with the red beard, Rowan Donaghy, a.k.a. Rowan Dives. Sorry if I'm speeding through it. It's 2 reasons behind that. It is Mardi Gras. I do want to get to the city as soon as possible. Also, not to disrespect these teams, but I might be the only person in America who gives a hot ham about breaking down Colgate and Hofstra on February 21st. And I bring it to y'all because I think even if y'all don't want to hear about it, y'all know that it'll behoove y'all to listen. These are the teams, man. When it gets down to breaking down the bracket, you get the bracket and you have it, and you start taking all favorites just because it's you conditioned. I haven't heard anything about Hofstra. I'm UConn. Automatically. Yale, Colgate. I don't know. I'm just taking all favorites. And then you try to pick upsets that you think are upsets that you think are like a stretch, and it's like I'm gonna take Arkansas as a 10 seed. I think the Arkansas. You gotta watch out for that 10 seed. Drake is a 12 seed. I could have talked about them today. If I haven't, I don't think I've talked about them yet. I did talk about Princeton earlier in this year though, so I got two Ivy League teams out there. But yeah, I don't know. I think I am going to talk about UC Irvine. They're a 14 seed. Yeah, I'm going to talk about two projected 14 seeds to end this bracket breakdown today. Colgate, which is kind of what I'm going to do first, and then UC Irvine is what I will do next. That's crazy. I just clicked a button. I could have cheated and just read this paragraph for every one of these teams. It's like the 2023 tournament preview. It's just a paragraph of everything I'm reading pretty much. Colgate, let me not get off of track. Projected 14 seed, 21 and 8 overall on the season, 15-1 in conference play, 1-1 in quad 1 and 2. Damn. Quad 3 has beaten them up. 1-6 in quad 3, 17-1 in quadrant 4. This team has, holy coyotes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They have 5 guys averaging double figures. You love to see that. They went on a mean 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 game winning streak. If you take the loss out from February 4th, from December 30th to February 18th, they only have 1 loss. I think that was 13-10. I don't know. They went into the January 6-7, and now they're 21-8. So 6-7 to 21-8. Colgate is on a thrasher. They're on a 4-day bender, baby. They are riding high. I can't believe that. That's how you turn around a season, baby. They also beat Syracuse earlier this season, even though I'm sure nobody cares. Beat them bad, too. Beat them by 12. Colgate playing with the big dogs. However, they do have losses to Auburn. Their only quad 1 game was against Auburn. Syracuse considered quad 2. Anyway, this team is 8th offensively in efficiency. 1.1 points per possession. 205th in pace. They are 1st in the nation in effective field goal percentage. They are 1st in the nation in 3-point percentage. They are 8th in the nation in 2-point percentage. They don't foul on defense, 3rd in giving up free throws in the country. Defense is 164th in the nation. Pretty average, but to have a top 10 offense, I mean, whew, starts the year 4-10, but won 19 of its last 20 to capture the Patriot League regular season and tournament titles. Second year in a row, Colgate will be in the tournament. 4 starters returned from last year's team that led 3rd seeded Arkansas by 17 points in the first round before losing. It's kind of what I explained with Hofstra. I can see them being up big on somebody and then still losing somehow. Just not knowing how to close out games. Like I said, number 1 ranked team in the country as far as 3-point shooting goes. They will shoot the lights out. I wish their defense was a little better. I'd be a little more excited about them. But I definitely could see Colgate being live as a 14 seed. However, right now they're projected to play Virginia, which don't think they beat Virginia, buddy. Colgate, put a star by them as well. Moving on to the last team I will break down today, UC Irvine from the Big West. 20-8 on the season, 13-3 conference play. Again, another team that kind of struggled in the beginning of the season. Going into January, 6-5. Now they're 20-8. So 6-5, 14-3. Since Snapple, Crackle, and Pop. Efficiency. They are 86th in offensive efficiency, 38th in defensive efficiency. Slow down and banging. Slow paced team. 320th. Maybe the slowest team I have talked about thus far. However, 22nd in the nation in 3-point shooting percentage. 8th in guarding inside of the 3-point line. 79th in guarding outside of the 3-point line. It looks like they have 3 players that get into double digits and a lot of players that get close to it. That doesn't surprise me. This team looks like the slowest paced team, like I said, I've talked about. So for a lot of guys to be in double digits would take a little more running and gun style. This team is currently on a 5-game winning streak, also winning 7 out of the last 8. It's pretty darn good, man. I'm starting not to believe these records because the overall say 20-8, but then you get down here and it says 18-8, and the projected record on the season is 21-9. Like, what type of is this, man? What the is going on? What the hell is going on? But yeah, UC Irvine, man. Top 40 in defense, top 90 in offense. One of the slowest teams. They can definitely give fits to anybody just if they run their pace and they knock down shots. They are a 14 seed right now, projected to go against Gonzaga. And honestly, Gonzaga is probably, I don't know how to word this properly. Gonzaga is probably the most volatile team in this bracket this season. They could win by 40, they could lose by 40, or it could be a close game down to the wire, and I would not be surprised one little bit as far as terrific goes. Now, that's a rap line. As far as Gonzaga goes, moving on, it's Captain by a Hook with the red beard, Rowan Donaghy, a.k.a. Rowan Dives. Not only is it a Fat Tuesday down here in the southern part of Louisiana, it is Super Tuesday in college basketball. Excuse me. I have 5 bets in my bet slip. Lord have mercy. I've been trying to talk myself in and out of these bets literally all morning. Some lines are moving. I'm just getting the best lines since I haven't put them in yet. I just got a hook better of a line on Xavier. Let me talk about some games real quick. Baylor -2. I love it. I'm not betting it. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. I think Baylor wins this game by a lot. Kansas State is one of those teams. They started off very, very hot and a big doggy-ish. However, I would take Baylor to win this game. I'm not going to bet this. I don't know. Just not even at the game in my bet slip. I'm just looking through real quick. Whew. Lord have mercy. Should probably just go to my bet slip. That's the only game out of my bet slip that I wanted to talk about was a Baylor. Also, there's Marquette and Creighton. I can't tell you how bad I want to bet Marquette +6. Can't tell you how bad I want to bet Marquette +6. I will tell you the reason I'm staying away from this. Personally, I have a futures ticket on Marquette to win the Big East that is +2,000. So I feel like just watching this game, I already got money on it, if that makes sense. I should have just typed in Big East. I think they're right there where I need them to be. I just need them to win this game. You gotta get so specific when talking. Anytime you type in like Big East standings, it's like football comes up first. Like, come on, buddy. We're a week away from March here. Yeah, you got Marquette at 13-3, and then you have Xavier, Providence, and Creighton at 12-4. So at the very least, Creighton wins this game. Xavier could also win tonight. You'd have three teams tied at 13-4 with not that many games left to go. Let me see what's going down. See how many games Xavier has. Xavier has, concluding tonight, they have 4 games left to go. I want to see Marquette's now. Ooh-wee! Last week, Marquette beat Xavier by 1. I had Xavier +5. That was the best feeling ever, man. Marquette future stays alive. And I get the +5 on the Xavier bet. Marquette also, including tonight's game, has 4 games left. So it's going to come, this Big East is going to come down to the effing wire, boy. So I'm going to be excited. Hopefully Marquette can win this game outright. They are +6. I want to take the +6, but I kind of just want to root for Marquette to just pull this off and keep at least a 1-game lead on some people. I know if Xavier wins tonight, Marquette will still have a 1-game lead with a win. With the loss, though, it'll be 3 teams tied at 12-4, which means the last 3 games of the season will really mean something. Let me get to this bet slip, man. These 5 bets, I guess I just give them out as my bets and take them. I don't love them. I just talked about this one a little bit. You got Xavier at home taking on Villanova. Give me Xavier minus the 5 here. As much as I love Villanova, I don't think they have any rhythm in any. I think Xavier's the team that's prone for not a run. I don't know how to really say it. They're gelled up, you know. Xavier is looking at the tournament. They're getting ready for bigger things. I think Villanova is not shutting it down. It's the Big East basketball. They're gonna come every game and try to win. But I think maybe what I'm saying now makes it even better case for Villanova. They're gonna just go all out because they know they're not gonna make the tournament. Let's just break some of these hearts of the Big East. I don't know. I just talked myself in and out of it again at the same time. Xavier -5 again. Don't have anything on it yet. I don't have anything on any. I honestly might not make a bet tonight, but these are the bets I like. I'm about to leave here as soon as I start recording, and who knows when I make it home. Who knows? Michigan State -3.5 taking on Indiana. Hate it. I wish I get Michigan State money line at a decent price, not 170. I don't know, man. Maybe I should just end the show right now. I don't like none of these bets I'm giving out. Probably not going to take none of these bets I'm giving out and just wait till tomorrow. So that's Michigan State -3.5. I bet Michigan State almost every game. It's a bad habit. They are at home. They are playing against the most overrated prima donna divas in the Big Ten and Indiana, who I think are trash. I don't know, man. Give me Michigan State -3.5. Give me Xavier -5. I love it and I hate it. Darn knows I don't know what it's doing. This is another game. Like I said, I'm on the fence on all these bets. Give me Iowa State +7.5. Strictly a numbers bet. I said this last night about Oklahoma State, and they lost by a mile and didn't even come close to covering. So what does that mean? You know? But Iowa State +7.5. I think it should be more like +4. Texas is at home. Iowa State is known to just fall apart towards the end of the season. Yes, Iowa State is known to show up only 9 out of every 10 games. Iowa State could easily lose this game by 100. I don't know. +7.5 just feels too big for me. This is another one. Tennessee on the road +105 on the money line. Give me Tennessee on the money line taking on Texas A&M. This is actually one of the ones I'm kind of off the fence on. I will bet this game right now live. Iowa State, Michigan State, and Xavier, all 3. Probably shouldn't even told you about them. These are the 2 bets I really am about to put in right now before I get the out of here, and that is Tennessee on the money line. I love Texas A&M. I'm glad that they got ranked in the top 25 this week. I'm glad to see them in the bracket projections the last 2 weeks for the first time since I was yelling about them not making it. I just think Tennessee is too strong of a team for them. There's levels to this, you know? For some reason, Kentucky has Tennessee's number this year, but I don't see Tennessee losing to Texas A&M, especially coming off of a loss. Rick Barnes, not the best coach, not my favorite coach, but I can see him getting these kids riled up and ready to play. Talking about, man, let's finish this season strong, bruh. Let's go into this conference tournament rolling. Let's go into the tournament rolling. We got the guys. We got the defense. We just got to knock down some shots. Sorry, I'm like on the verge of like sneezing my life away right now. About to have a mic attack. Inside joke alert. Huh? Nobody? Cool. So give me Tennessee on the money line. And then also, this is an underplay that I love. Absolutely love this play tonight. Give me Miami, Virginia Tech under 153.5. I think both of these teams, they're good on offense. But I think their offensive numbers is a little overrated. I don't see these teams getting to 150. 145 is even a stretch for me. I think this game stays in the 60s. I think they get to, they might clip 140, 143. I don't see them getting over 145, and you can get 153 in a hook. Give me the under on Miami, Virginia Tech. I'll just go over these real quick. The only two bets I'm placing, Tennessee on the money line, Miami and Virginia Tech under 153 and a hook. I'm going to exit out of Iowa State, Michigan State, and Xavier and just take these two bets tonight. Lord, I need to get out of here. You're listening to Captain by a Hook with the red beard, Rowan Donaghy, a.k.a. Rowan Dives, going live. It is Mardi Gras. It is Fat Tuesday. Thank everybody for the love and the support. Please take all wagers at your own risk, and please gamble responsibly. I'm about to go ahead, get toe up, and hit the city.